Well, welcome to another episode of the Entrepreneur Edge. I'm so excited to have my guest here today. This is going to be a short podcast, but it's going to be extremely interesting. I remember when I was able to partake of his genius, I am still receiving the ripple effects of the like 3, 4 minute exchange that we had. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce my guest, the amazing Shiraz. Hi, Shiraz. Welcome to the
Yeah.
podcast. I'm so happy that you're able to be here with me.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm a big fan. I'm a big cheerleader. Every time he shows up, I'm like, Shiraz, so that you guys can find out why I'm such a big cheerleader of Shiraz. Go ahead. I would love for you to just introduce yourself and let people know who you are, what you do, and how you serve others.
All right. I am a reality interventionist, which means I help you get out of addiction, not to drugs or alcohol, but to your current circumstances. So any hardships you're going through, lack of money, relationships that don't work. A lot of people don't realize there's a physical addictive component to that. And that's why oftentimes when you try to get out of it, you start falling back in and you think it's just circumstances, but it's actually withdrawal. So we get you out of addiction to the current life and get you addicted to a better life, greater success, more money, better relationships, feeling healthier. And I've been doing it for 11 years and I have lots of fun doing
You're so good at it. And just for
it.
some of you might think, oh, that sounds a little woo-woo. Well, actually, it's neuroscience too, because every thought has a chemical signature. So in any moment, you can be in chemical bliss or in chemical chaos. And that is
Exactly.
what Shiraz is so gifted at, taking you out of chemical chaos, shifting you into chemical bliss, and then like giving you some strategies, some tactics on how to stay there. One of my favorite things of how to stay there was your book. I devoured it in like a day and a half. And it was so impactful, especially the part where you were talking about the genres. So I would love for you to share with others about your book, because I think even that is really going to help people not only shift, but stay shifted, right? You want to stay at this place of flow and this place of chemical, bliss. And so if you can go ahead and share your book.
Sure. It's called How to Rewrite Reality and it's available on Amazon. The funny thing is I wrote this as a lead magnet. I got into a program. They said, you have to have a book if you want to get sales. And so I'm like, okay, I can write a book. And then as I was writing the book, all these ideas just came into my head that I'd never been using in my business. And they went into the book. The genres did not exist before the book.
Oh, wow.
And now a lot of my clients use that reference. Oh my God, I'm in this genre. I'm in this genre. And so it just became something way bigger than I expected it to be. It has actually changed people's lives. And I'm so proud of it. I saw people are now buying it in quantities. It's being used for book clubs and teaching as well. So not what I expected. I'm so happy where it went.
And that's the thing, right? You take a chance, you take a class, you hear an inspired idea, like, okay, I'll do it. And then because of that, that was actually an avenue to unlock even more of your genius and putting pen to paper. And that's one of the things, right? When we put pen to paper, you're taking those concepts and you're making them 3D reality by physically writing them down. And I know for myself, when I heard that and I was just like, wow, it totally clicked. I started to add it into even some of my coaching. And I was just like, you need to go get this book. And this is the concept. And go get it because it's XYZ. Because it's one of those books that really you're like, that was life changing for me. It changed the way I was thinking. Instantly, it changed the way that I was doing business. And then because of that, it was changing the lives of my clients. So I wanted to make sure that you plugged your book. Can you
Thank
talk
you.
about a little bit more about your process of reality shifting and how that works?
When I talk to you, I can tell when your conscious beliefs match your unconscious beliefs. Excuse me. And it's not sorry, my throat is dry for some reason. It's really weird. It's not the shifting, it's just dry. Okay, that's better. Uh, so it's not a gift or anything. It's something that's teachable. I actually train people to do this. So you may say, I'd like to make a lot more money. And I could read that and say, no, you don't. And so we have to find out why you don't. And we'll go through, have a little discussion, and we'll get down to the story. And it could be that if I make lots of money, people are going to come up and ask me for it. And I don't want to have those conversations like, can I have some money, or can you invest in my business, or can you give to my charity? So your subconscious says, I got your back. I'll make sure you don't make enough money so that that happens. So that you don't have to go through that emotional distress, because your mind only cares about the emotional, doesn't care about the physical. It'll make you broke. It'll make you sick. It'll make you alone, as long as it protects you from emotional distress, which is seems ridiculous, but that's just how it works. So once we find out what the story is, I just say, are you willing to step out of that story? And if you are willing in that moment, give me a solid yes, it shifts. It rewires your neural pathways in that moment. And people can often feel a physical sensation. For me, I tend to yawn and cough during the sessions, which is weird, but people get used to it and they actually look forward. Oh, you coughed. Good. Something moved. And so, and the sessions can take like 5 minutes. I think my record is 2 minutes for a big shift in someone. So,
Yes, and the beautiful thing about the work that you do is that, if they can't get on your calendar or they're not sure, like, well, do I want to pay this guy? That you actually have so many of your videos of those shifts on your YouTube channel. So if you can go ahead and maybe, share your YouTube channel name, and also maybe a story that might be a great teaser for the audience to go and watch.
okay. So the channel is Energetic Magic, same as my company. And I think there's like 800 videos on there now. So there's quite a lot of material. And just by watching them, you can get a shift when the person on the video says yes to, I'm ready to step out of that story. You can say yes, because I'm not doing anything in that sort of woo space to make the shift. I'm asking you, are you willing to change? So if you're getting it, you understand the story, and you're like, oh crap, I've got that same story. And you're like, yeah, I'm ready to change. It's going to shift. It's that decision inside you. So I have clients that go every day and pick a video at random and get cleared, and their lives just keep improving. An example is one woman who was really interested. She did private coaching, $2,000 program for getting out of grief. And ideally, she wanted 6 people enrolling per month, which gives her $12,000 a month. She'd never gotten more than 4 people. And it's not consistent for, sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2. So when I started working with her, we found out that she had a story that if she went past 4, it may not be 6, it may be 12 or 30. And so I said, well, if you get 30 people, you'll just say no to a bunch of people. And she said, I can't say no to those people. They're coming to me because of grief and trauma. I'd feel like absolute crap. So her mind had said, above 4, your choices are overwhelm or guilt for saying no. So we're going to stay at 4 and below, because that's safe. And when we got her out of that mindset, by the next week, she was at 6 clients a month, and she's been between 6 and 8 ever since.
That's amazing. And that's the thing is like, right, it's finding what I call like, the kingpin. And it's like Jenga it out, and then everything tumbles, because then we don't know what we don't know. And this is
Mm.
why working with coaches is so powerful, because we can get you there so much faster.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage you. I'm going to have everything in the show notes for you guys. So you're like, where do I find him again? Don't worry. I'm going to have everything you need to connect with this amazing guy in the show notes. But when we're recording this is, I'm going to release it in December, and then we'll talk about December and in January. So can you let us know what is going on in your world that people can go ahead and connect with you and get more of you?
So in December, we've been doing this for 11 years now. I have an event on New Year's Eve, December 31st, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. So we do it that way because I live in Eastern. It's an event, so it's called Release, Reset, and Reignite Your Magic for the New Year. During the event, we pull out all this crap that has accumulated in you over the last year, things people have told you that have stuck, limiting beliefs you've created. And sometimes they may be from years past, but this is the time to get rid of them. And so after that's done, you go out and party on New Year's Eve, and you start 2025 fresh. You feel better. People have reported easier years, more money, better relationships. So that's happening December 31st. And if you're seeing this after that, well, you can wait till the next December 31st so we can do it again. Or the second Monday of every month, I do a free 90-minute workshop called Ignite Your Success. and you can come in. Uh, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I do, and then I'm going to do laser coaching on people right then, so you can get an experience right firsthand of what it feels like to work with me.
That's
And it's,
amazing. Yeah, it's like why wait? You can go to the YouTube channel. You can come in December and just clear all that garbage out so you're starting fresh like a newborn baby. And then you can also get even more Shiraz on those free opportunities. Is there anything else that you would like to share? The floor is yours for the next couple of minutes.
that's it for me. I love doing this work. I love seeing the changes in people, and I the thing I've learned is make it fun. It's it's your job. You might as well be enjoy all the time. Right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I know when I started this business, I didn't leave because I hated my job. I enjoyed it. I always found a way to enjoy it, which is probably why I always got like the bonuses and the raises and the opportunities because I'm like, I'm stuck here for 8, 9, 10 hours of my life. Let me figure out a way to make it a little bit of fun. So that's what we have for you guys today in the Entrepreneur's Edge. Thank you so much, Shiraz, for being with me today. And again, everything you need to know about this amazing coach is going to be down below in the show notes. And until next time, may God's riches and best be yours. Bye for now.